This is my fourth take. If I don't get this right this time, I'm gonna stop speaking. But I have my notes here now because every time I create a video, I forget कि अच्छा ये भी चीज़ बतानी थी और भूल गई. So I was watching this video on YouTube, which was karmic marriages, and I thought, oh, let's talk about that because there's no such thing as karmic marriages. All marriages are karmic. So if you were under this illusion that there are some specific marriages that are karmic, that is not the case. So I thought that it would help somebody if I were to tell them what is it that it means in astrology. So if you're that person, growing up, you were kya hum sabhi the, that there were people that we were in love with and we really thought that we wanted to end up with this person. We wanted to get married to them, and then something happened and that relationship didn't work out. तो अगर दिल में कुछ रह गया हो अभी भी इस चीज़ में कि अरे यार, I wanted to marry that person but I couldn't marry that person, so let me ease your heart, let me heal your heart by telling you that it's a very good thing. With some people, you're just there to experience romance. You're not there to experience life with them. You're not there to experience the ups and downs with them. You're not there to experience the difficulties and challenges of life. So understand that that person that you didn't end up getting married with was not for you. You didn't have such a heavy karmic debt with that person. In a way, it's a very good thing कि आपका प्रारब्ध उस बंदे के साथ उतनी ही देर का था, चाहे वो 5 महीने या 6 महीने के लिए या साल 2 साल, जितना भी टाइम था. और उतना ही था, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं था, क्योंकि उतनी देर में आपने जो लेसन सीखना आपको जो लेसन सीखना था वो आपने लेसन सीख लिया. There was nothing else for you to learn from that person. So why do you really get married to a person? Whether you have a happy relationship, sad relationship, complicated relationship, difficult relationship, no matter where you are right now, you will, after 10 years of your life or 5 years of your life, realize that marriage is hard. Some people realize it in their first few years, some people realize it after 5 years. But it's hard for a reason. The person that you're married to is someone that you have a very, very heavy karmic debt with. The reason for that is this is one person that you will spend the most time with. बच्चे चले जाएंगे, kids are going to go away, your parents are going to go because they're not immortal, your siblings will go away, your friends will have a life of their own. Here is one person who you have to sleep with on the same bed for the rest of your entire life, day in, day out. Deal with their family, deal with their family's baggage. You have in-laws, right? You have then an extended family. And I don't necessarily mean it's always bad, but it's just that the responsibilities after marriage increase because there's something very significant that you're supposed to learn with this person. So the biggest and the heaviest karmic debt is with your partner. Now, should you feel bad about it? No, that karmic debt could also be nice, but it depends on how you want to perceive it. Generally speaking, it's going to be a rough ride, and the reason it's a rough ride is that one of the theories in astrology says that you get married to the enemy of your past life. So the person that you're married to right now is actually an enemy of your past life, and you have to resolve something with them. Maybe in the past life you really dislike the way that they lived their life or whatever, and now you're put together in this life and you're married to this person, and you're like, what, resolve it, figure it out, learn that there is a world which is beyond your opinion, learn that there is someone who can completely disagree with you, but those mutually, that disagreement can exist together, can exist in one specific space, and it's okay to also grow tolerant to disagreements, or that you're not it. So, and this is one of the theories in astrology which I love because I feel like, wow, so much sense in it. And then you when you're with this person, it's so much easier for us to look back and say, yaar, agar had we married that person that you're so in love with, it would have been great. Let me burst your bubble. No matter who you get married to, it doesn't matter. The very act of you spending your day in, day out life with them, you sharing spaces with them, you seeing in their uglies and in their best form, you're seeing them and experiencing them in their sickness or in health, in their achievements, in their successes and in their failures, you really experiencing every emotion with them. And through that, you have to understand कि सिर्फ romance exist नहीं कर सकता, right? That's not the purpose of marriage also to begin with. So the sooner you realize that the person that you're married to is here to teach you something, your partner is here to teach you something, and he or she is here to teach you what you refuse to learn over and over again in your lifetimes. They've come here to teach you something this way or that way. There must have been ways in which your life would have tried to tell you कि भाई तुम ये सीख जाओ, and then you refused it. So थकार के, you were like, you know what, get married to this person, learn to deal with this, and they'll throw you in this institution which is fairly difficult to navigate. And that's because you have to look at your partner as a guru, and guru not in terms of idolizing the person, but being very aware of the fact that every time there's a disagreement, every time there is this feeling that, oh my god, like, how is it that we don't understand each other, or how is it that I'm not able to express what is it that I really want. Realize that there is a learning behind it. There's a learning maybe for you to know that it's okay to not be understood and still have love for that person or care for that person. It's okay to disagree with this person on everything, but still like the person and respect the person. It's okay to not live life the way they want you to live life, and also not expect for them to live the way you want them to live, and still be able to coexist. So you are married to whoever you are married to right now because there's something that you've refused to learn that you need to learn. The sooner you become humble and you look at your partner and you say, in this agreement, let me find what is it that I can know about myself. Because your partner is a reflection of that. Your partner is a reflection of that which you refuse to accept about yourself. I don't even know if that makes sense. Yeah, so they essentially reflect things that you think are not you. So let me just sprinkle this Jungian psychology here. We all have a dark shadow self, and those are generally things that we say, oh, this is not who we are, right? So somebody would be like, I'm just not an emotional person, I'm just a very practical person. So your shadow self, because you refuse to integrate your dark side, you refuse to integrate things that you say, I am not this person. So everything that you say, I am not this person, you will be married to someone who says, I am that person. And through that marriage, there'll be marriage within your sides of yourself. It is through this disagreement that you will reach to integration of yourself. So look at them, look at your partners with this feeling that, listen, this person has something very important to tell me. So instead of maybe getting irked by it, which is very normal, you look at them by saying, you know what, I'm here to learn from you, and let me change my perspective to that. So yeah, so there are no karmic marriages. All marriages are karmic.